Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Swift Social, and this month it's our Christmas special. Jamie didn't get the memo of a Christmas jumper.
There's no one.
Pure Spurs that, didn't you? But we're joined by the DHM.
Vintage DHM. We're rebranded now, Charlie.
It is now rebranded, as Ross has said, as the Spirit of 49, the official Dungannon Swifts supporters club. Welcome. How are we all?
Thank you.
Thank you for having us, Charlie.
So over here we have Ross, Jamie, everybody knows this, Charlie and Dylan.
Hello.
And we're just gonna chat rubbish and just go with the flow. I do have to apologise in advance for if there is any swearing. I will try and beep it out, but I'm very sorry if there's some slip by. Okay, so best behaviour, please. He's already warned me, that's why I picked him. Alright. First things first. How did this come about from the DHM when you were about 12 and 13, wrecking the show? How did the SO49 come about?
It's around the time of the playoff. Diana, when was that? 2021, perhaps?
Yeah.
That was
2020.
COVID year,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Dean Shields era.
Yeah.
So obviously towards the end of that season, things weren't going great on the pitch. We had a Monday night playoff away to Diana, and we said, right, we're going to bust down and see how many we can get. And I think within an hour, with a double decker pretty much full, and we sort of looked at it. We were beat 2-1 that night, and the second leg was here on the Thursday. And once we stayed up, us four here and two others, Ben Hughes, Charlie's brother, and Callum McGregor, sort of sat down and says, there's a bit of an appetite there. You know, there was no buses going to any games. There was 15, 20 people at every game.
They were doing buses ages ago, but it wasn't really...
Yeah, the buses years ago, but then that season, because obviously the players weren't doing well, and things just took a wee bit of a slope.
That does help with a lot of supporters when they were doing well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the appetite was there, and then we sort of sat down and spoke to Keith and Sailor, chairman and vice chairman, and it sort of just took off from there. Like, I think we had 139 members in our first year.
And still growing.
And still growing.
We'll put it out now, if anybody is willing to join, give one of the guys a shout. They're at every home game, every away game. They can send a message on Facebook and just get signed up.
Yeah, there's a poster on the Swifts Facebook page. We got it reshared with my contact details. Don't be afraid to give us a shout.
Yep. And like, how did then you guys come about in it?
Well, to be fair, Sailor's been on to me really his past, even before the sports club set up, the last year or two, about trying to get one set up, because he thought there was an area for...
There's a gap in the market for it.
Yeah, because we don't have one. Probably the only Ashley club that didn't have one at the time.
Yeah.
And he was always saying to us, and we never really thought anything of it. And then it's like Dylan says, like, after the playoff, and around the playoff time, we're like, maybe we will try. If it feels like you can handle it easier.
Yeah,
sort of
well,
thing.
that is also true. But it does create a massive atmosphere. Like, even, like, you've probably been going to games longer than anybody I've known.
Yeah.
You did,
19 years.
Statman, 19 years. Your first game was when?
2005, played Larne in October.
Before Larne had the money. But how much of a difference has it made for you going to games? The atmosphere changing? Like, it drives the players on the pitch, obviously.
No, like, back in them days before the Sports Club was probably, on and off the pitch, was probably dark days that we were coming to the Swifts and you were expecting to get beat.
Yeah.
I think everyone was expecting to get beat, and, you know, we ran a bus the odd time and it'd be full and there'd be good atmosphere, and you could see the difference that made to the players, you know. And ever since sort of Ross came back, the Supporters Club has started up again. You can sort of see the whole difference, the mood about the place, and then that obviously transfers onto the pitch with the players and their performances.
Talking of dark days, I'm really sorry, but how was it being a Swifts fan back in the day and also being a Spurs fan back in the day?
No, if you take it way back, it was Liverpool.
Oh, was he a Liverpool fan at the start, was he?
Photo of my house.
When your man dad dressed, I was a Liverpool fan.
Here, I don't know why you're laughing. Did you not go to a Lockall game the first game of your Irish League?
Both of them.
Both of them.
I will actually. I'll type myself out. I played for Lockall as a child.
Yeah,
When I was about-
as a child.
When I was about maybe 6, 7, hadn't a clue what it was
Were you any shorter than you are now?
at.
Wee bit.
Maybe grown a wee
Might have
bit.
grown a
Like,
wee bit,
maybe
right.
like.
Ross, sorry. Your involvement in the Supporters Club, how did that come about? Because I remember you working behind the bar as well.
Yeah, so it probably come about like the same as Jimmy here. I know kind of we were going on buses along with Charlie and Dylan, and Dylan took a stint out to try and play himself.
Oh, did I?
Look
Did
around.
you
Turned out-
run buses as in like? Remember we used to go out to like nightclubs and stuff. You used to organise a bus,
Yeah.
but charge people an absolute fortune, and then you get like.
No, we ran buses from here every Saturday night.
Yeah.
On the like Kelly's, Coach and Bridge, Belfast. Like, see you in here.
Your night paid for there, anyway.
My night paid for, yeah. Fleecing people. flat out.
I'm only joking. But like my earliest memory of being about this place was, we were talking before, it was, what year was it, the playoff final?
2009.
Against
I think
Donegal
2009.
Donegal Celtic.
I want to say 2009.
I was working behind the bar, my mum's best friends with Michelle, who was then the bar manager, and she's like, can I have a job? And she said, no bother, you can work this night. Thinking, right, handy wee number, no bother. I think we went extra time. Or did it go to
I
penalties?
think we won 1-0.
1-0,
We
yep.
scored at the 30th odd minute.
And it was just absolute chaos in here. I remember it was getting to like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, starting to put the shutter down. Joe Mac,
Shut the back up.
you do what he did in this place. So I think we kept going, maybe only about 4 o'clock or so, like, but I was just like, I don't know how anybody's surviving.
Only.
Who all would have been at that game? You definitely.
I was
Is anybody else here?
I sort of went to home games back in the day, but it was, you know.
This is the home game we're talking about, Di.
Royal school time.
Oh, right, okay.
I had barely had an nappies.
Keep forgetting how young you are.
Yeah, he's a raper
Child.
child, a lot of us like.
Child.
Oh, yeah. Keep forgetting how young you are. But that's my earliest memory. What would your Dylan?
My earliest memory would probably be the Irish Cup final, the one that sort of sticks out, 2007.
Pain.
Beat by Linfield, like.
Pain. Yeah.
But seeing that North Stand was a sea of blue and white that day. And that would be my earliest memory.
This is gonna sound stupid, but like, mine has to be a League Cup final.
Yeah,
You
well,
know what I mean?
like, when we're talking about how young you are, then that
I
does
was
make
like, I was
sense.
like 11.
At least
Okay.
you're one of the ones that actually came back
But yeah,
after the League Cup
From
final.
then,
I've never seen as many people in a Swift game in all my life, and
Yeah.
then the week after, just
yeah,
gone.
we played on the Friday night, I think.
No, we played
Or the
Ballymallard
Friday.
in the Irish Cup.
Was that the
That the Saturday after the League Cup
Yeah,
final,
that's
because
what
I
it
was
was,
thinking, right, oh no, this is going to be a nightmare, because obviously the boys are out in
No.
Denver. Did we
Well,
not
we
play
played on Friday
Ballymallard?
night.
I
thought.
think we played Institute and we beat them 2-1. Dean Curry gave a penalty away.
Who is now our captain?
I think that's right.
Where's he
All
coming
the
from?
Mahler beat
Dean
us in the
Curry
Irish
hit-
Cup.
Yeah, but I don't think I was the week after.
No, I don't think it was the same year.
I don't think that was the same year.
Yeah,
I don't-
He hit the crossbar.
Was that when Jardy missed the penalty?
Thirty-
We went to
35
penalties.
yards.
Yeah,
Jordan
I think we
put the penalty over
were,
the
we
bar.
were winning and then threw it away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Spurs did.
That was
John,
Spurs.
John Connolly is in net for Ballymallard, him about
Sorry.
40.
Yeah, but here, some keeper.
He still plays these days, I think.
Mhm.
They have like amateur teams.
Yeah, I think so.
Crazy.
Your earliest memory is probably, as you say, the Larne game, but you pretty much grew up around this place, didn't you? Ball boy. What have you not done?
Liverpool
around here?
mascot.
Oh,
Liverpool
yeah, I
mascot.
haven't played yet.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Love that. Love that.
I got on the audience there. We go on there. Like,
We can all have a drink.
what's your position?
Sub.
Left
Sub.
back,
Left back in the
bar.
change room.
Phil Mosby,
Yeah, back of
first.
But no, it's just amazing how a place like this brings people together. Like, did you know each other before here, or through school, or
Through school, yeah.
through school? But like, you wouldn't have probably become as close as you were
Definitely not.
without.
Definitely.
No, so like if and me, Jimmy, and another guy, Ben, who was involved. Ben, he
Your
was
big brother?
just a kid now, but Charlie's brother.
Yeah.
Me, Jimmy, and Ben went to primary school together from P1,
Mm-hmm.
and like we've knew each other since then, and that's kind of where the Swifts come out of too. So mine, way back in the day, used to go down to Jimmy's house,
Mm-hmm.
went to Busby's.
Oh,
and then
penny
walked
chews
down
back
to
in
the
the
Swiss
day.
match with a
Oh,
feed,
Phil
with a
was
feed of
away.
space.
Alien drinks and all.
That's
Oh,
kind of what I
unreal.
remember from way back.
Yeah.
Primary school days kind of thing, and that's where that came out. And then obviously met Dylan through the Swifts.
Yeah.
And then Charlie tagged along then with Ben. Whenever Ben had looked
You're making it
after
sound like a long
Classic.
puppy. Obviously with your surname, you were destined to end up around this place.
Yeah. Well,
Uncle Keith,
Uncle-
chairman.
Uncle Keith.
Relation to Sailor as well, I think.
Sailor was
yeah.
my second cousin. Him and Keith are full cousins.
Yeah, your dad helps out stewarding Burger Hut and all that crack.
Gave him
There's
bad manners over the wall.
give him bad manners at all, but
Yeah.
apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah, I'm guilty. I'm guilty of it as well. Like,
But it's hard though, you're out there watching it and it means so much to you.
Yeah.
And, there's a stupid decision going, you're just like, why?
I do,
Why, you know
I
what
know
I mean?
that, but I also do in the last podcast under Davey, I understand there is a fine line.
Oh, 100%. And back in the day, it was never Keith White doesn't shout, Keith White doesn't raise
No.
his voice. If anything went wrong, it was you're going to your granny's Monday morning or Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
And that's when the scolding was done.
Yeah.
That's when the steerage inquiry was out. Whenever you went to Four Bush Villas.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
If you got a phone
Granny's
call
house.
from your granny to say, "What did you do on Saturday?" you knew you were in bother.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there any games that you have got particularly irate at?
Hey,
Every week.
Stand out
Every
once.
week. How long
Stand
do you
out
wait?
once.
From like 2013 to like
But like, it's just mad how it does make you feel. I used to remember. It used to ruin my weekend.
It still does.
Still does, yeah.
It's no,
Still
not
doesn't
as much
affect
for me. I just realised, you know what? It's just
You
a
can't change
game.
it, like.
But at the same time, it's not just a game.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm on the coaching ladder now here. I coach the under 18s,
Yes.
and we play on a Friday night. So if my team lose on a Friday night, and I come down and watch the under 16s say on a Saturday morning, and they lose, and then the first team lose,
I would not want to be in your
it's
presence that weekend. like.
horrible. It's horrible. Like that Cliftonville there a couple of weekends ago, my team lost on a Friday. Went to the under 16 game to help them out in Belfast on the Saturday morning. Beat down there. That was their first loss of the season.
Yes.
Back up the road then for the Cliftonville game, and we're beat 4-2 out there. Like it's soul destroying.
Happy weekend for you, like. Obviously, this is being recorded just before the away game to Ballymena, after the postponement of the Linfield game. But don't get me wrong, I thought it was destined to be called off with the weather. Like, in my opinion, like, I have seen it bad winds here and there's signs coming off the walls. So health and safety reasons, I can understand. Why did you go like a horse there?
Because it was a good winter's day, aren't there?
We played worse on Tuesday night against
100%,
Crusaders, to be
yeah.
fair.
There's been worse nights.
But I just feel for the fans, the Linfield fans who love coming down here, who had already paid in, good crowd, got their burgers from the hut, and 70 minutes before kick-off it was just called off. Like.
In fairness though, they did stay in there. A lot of
Yeah,
clubs stayed in there.
don't get me wrong, like they did stay.
Give us
I
a wee
saw
turn.
pictures.
As you say,
Yeah.
a lot of clubs, a lot of the Belfast clubs especially, love coming down here.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the Belfast clubs say, we'll come down again, we'll not watch a bit of football.
Yeah.
Go
Just
get a
come and
burger
sit and drink in the
sit in
bar.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can get a couple of hundred in there, it's good old crack, bit
Yeah.
of banter flan, a couple of songs, etc.
Yep. And we'll move on to songs here shortly because I don't know where you've got them from. But there's a certain song which we cannot repeat, and I do not want to know how you found out the information, but who makes them up?
I think it comes from
Older-
like, one
yeah.
boredom. Right, so say like you're sitting there and you're maybe listening to songs from another team, like how could I rhyme with the Swifts?
Yeah.
And then also when drinks involved on a bus on the way home from a match and there's music on, you're like, how can I just change these words to make do with the Swifts? And a lot of them are makeshift put together, and yes, they're put together with words that
Should be repeated.
Can't be
But you
repeated.
know the thing that really got me, the first time I heard it, I think it was like the really, really young ones singing it, and I was like, how do you even know what that is? Like, it's like, you're just
I
like,
mind that.
that's like, what is even going
Singing
on
like
here?
behind the net, and you're thinking like,
Fair play, lads, fair play. That's what you
But
want
yeah,
to.
no, I know that, but at the same time,
Maybe
I'm
not
just
that
like,
instance.
not at that age.
Yeah.
Folks. What would your favourite song be?
Ooh,
that is hard.
that is hard.
That
It
is.
depends what.
Depends what mood I'm in.
If
Depends who's
Adam
done well.
Denny bangs one in for 50 yards, you're
uh,
gonna love
yeah,
it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
I like the one, Roddy McRae, he's got McGinty back, McGovern attack.
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
that's
the
a good one,
that's
too.
That's a good one. There's really one Keith Boyd went to McGashel and Naughty TT. That's not a bad one.
I think.
I have never heard that, but
I-
that also sounds like one of those ones that you cannot repeat on this.
I'd say I think my favourite is James Knowles. It's been here the longest.
Right, okay.
We've got Knowles.
Super
Sir
James knows.
Big.
It's just the big young song.
Here, he's
I think
been absolutely brilliant this
He
season.
loves
I thought, like,
every blade of grass.
I know.
He loves the press, like.
Don't get me wrong. I think everybody has stood out. I actually saw today. I think the Niffle team this season.
None of us are in.
No, Adam
Yeah,
Glennie's
Glennie,
in it, but
that's
that's
right.
on that. I didn't realise that's based on that fantasy
Fantasy,
football.
yeah,
win.
yeah.
Average rate and stuff, yeah.
If you were to pick a team of the season, out of all the teams, one player from each team.
Yeah.
You can start with goalkeeper, and then
Okay.
just work along up to the front.
so
Right.
you're only allowed
One player from each.
one
One player from each team.
per position.
Yeah, right.
I know,
So-
I know the goalkeeper is.
There's only
Goalkeeper.
one right answer here, like.
There's one right answer.
PSG.
What are you talking
You
about?
all about it.
You've wasted the Swifts player already.
It's the Glens keeper.
Yeah.
Right.
the Glens keeper.
And I still don't know how to pronounce his name. Is it
Giolai, yeah.
Giolai?
I think you don't pronounce the G.
Is it
Giolai.
Giolai or something?
Giolai.
Giolai, like Hungarian fella. He has been brilliant. Like
He was doing Keely up in the box, like that's pretty
Yeah.
But the same time, he has kept he kept a clean sheet against us up there.
It's massive.
Couple of against the Blues as well.
Yeah.
Left back.
No, on bias side, it's Adam Glennie.
Right. Okay.
It's
So
Adam
that's the Swiss player.
That's definitely Adam Glennie.
Right. Okay.
It's tough because there's one other Swiss player I think I'm kind of torn between him and Glennie, but
Who is the other one?
Gio Bigger-Romano.
Right. Okay. Go on.
He's
I also do agree with that.
Centre half.
Centre half.
Good
Right now,
ideas.
when you think about centre halves, are you going like ball playing defender or
Right. Lewis McKinnon from
I was
Portland.
literally, that was my pick for centre half.
search for a yellow card?
We had them out there, and they were
Yeah.
terrible that day, but he stood out.
Right.
And I'd take him here if he fancy coming.
Lewis. Pick us
We
up.
have to think about this though because like we're gonna use one player from each team.
Right. So
here.
who's that? So
So-
Glentoran.
Glentoran,
Swifts,
Swifts,
Port
Portadown.
What have you left me with here?
So
You
you've
still
got
need
Cliftonville,
18,
you've got
19.
Dungannon.
Well,
Don't get me wrong, that'll be a hard one.
should I waste Cliftonville pick on
Nah.
centre back? I think
Joe
that's
Gorman.
safe.
You've got-
I would
Yeah.
think Joe Gorman.
Right,
Uh,
okay, so that's striker.
Cliftonville pick would be Johnny Alice.
I would-
but
Yeah.
it has to be
Here,
safe
what a
for-
player, by the way. What
Yeah.
a player.
So, oh, you need to,
Who else have you got here?
not trying to offend anyone, but you need to use local goal somewhere.
Here,
that's-
I'm not trying to offend him, but I said you need to use Glenavon places too.
Can
But
we-
sure.
Well, Glavin, I'll go Barney McKeown.
Right, yeah, good
He's
shout.
a good shout, good shout, Ross, good shout,
Right.
good shout.
So who have I got right back?
Yes. Who has been the best right back, boys?
Who?
Lenny
can't
Keane,
remember.
maybe?
He's missed
He
it. He's
has missed it all.
He's missed it.
Keith Ward, Glenavon.
Keith Ward's on right
But
back.
who's
who's
Barney
Barney
McKeown?
Oh, why?
Keith Ward's number 10 as well.
He's
playing
yeah, that's fair.
So,
The wee
Playmaker right back.
the right back from Larne, who's on loan from Preston. Has
Siri.
impressed me.
Josh
Yes,
Siri.
he's impressed me. I thought he was
He's a-
very
he's
good
a-
at the
he's a
times
free
I
winner.
have. I know that.
He's done the name.
Yeah,
that day,
but-
that's good.
I watched them. I think they were on stream one time. I think it was the Korean game. Maybe he was very very good. Like so, I would go for him. I would go in 4-3-3 or 4-4-2 or.
4-2-3-1.
Oh, here
Swiss
right.
formation.
Coach
Yes.
Dylan coming
Yes.
out here now. 3 forwards.
Yeah, straight.
Right.
Three.
Okay.
I go 4-3-3.
Right. So you're
4-3-3.
2 centre mids.
I would
Now
say-
you can discuss this.
Three.
I would say Chris Shields has to be in midfield somewhere.
Here, by the way,
Okay.
when you're talking about
Chris
Chris
Shields,
Shields, Crusaders Tuesday night there, B-Tech Chris Shields.
Oh,
That was the best thing I think I have ever heard.
Oh,
And he actually turned
He turned
around
around
and
and
he
gave
actually
me a
turned
go,
around
yeah.
and laughed.
Yeah.
He's one big Chris Shields.
But I wouldn't waste Chris Shields.
But who's your
Joel
Joel
Cooper.
Joel
Cooper.
Cooper?
Yeah, well.
Like,
Well,
you have a star.
Would you
star
pick Joel
back
Cooper
here.
or Kirk Miller for deliveries?
Joel.
If you're picking
Deliveries
Joel-
alone,
Joel
Kirk
Miller.
Miller.
As an overall player, I'd pick
Joel Cooper, but deliveries alone, you're picking Kirk Miller.
Yeah. Set
I haven't picked
ball.
Crusaders.
I,
Yet. That fella.
Kieran Offord.
So is that, yeah, it's
Right,
the last
okay.
the last player is going to be so the last team left that has to be
Well,
the
look,
manager
at
then.
striker. We could do Joe Gormley at striker along
So
with
there's 12
Offord.
teams we're picking on.
Reece
that.
Campbell.
No.
Reece Campbell for Coleraine.
Well,
I would
Okay.
say
Okay.
Jamie Blacken for Coleraine. I know he's maybe not like
I-
these parts too
you-
well.
That's what I think we're
Oh,
going to pick.
You
Reece.
could pick Jack Scott from midfield.
What other clubs were missing?
We need Carrick, and I don't know who we're picking
Lee
there.
Carrick.
Shannon
Fine.
Pickett.
Shannon
Shannon Pickett.
From Lock.
Here, Natus Maculalis is from Carrick.
LinkedIn, give us a shout.
Him
Oh,
him on the
Peter.
left, him on the right.
So then you,
We need somebody holding though in this field.
So
if
yeah,
you're going to
you're-
use him,
I
you're
think
going to
you're
have to
using.
use someone from Crusaders in midfield because we know Kieran Offord then.
Right.
Well,
we-
Ben Kennedy.
Well, we have 11 players.
Nathaniel Ferris.
Oh.
Here we actually have forgot about Ballymena.
Well, yes, midfielder Ben Kennedy.
Ben Candy midfield.
Right, okay.
Ben, yeah, right.
I know he's been off the boil, but
Well, who's
You
playing
say that
beside
and
him?
bangs and hat-trick on Saturday. Like.
If you're not
Well
picking,
done, Scotland
sorry,
it
sorry.
there. Scotland it there.
if you're not picking Kieran Offord, you pick Philly Lowry from midfield
Yeah.
beside him.
So you need
I'd
one
say.
more midfielder,
Yeah, and we've got.
which would be
Tieran Kelly.
From
No.
Mark
Pick someone.
Well, no, we don't because we've 12 teams and there's 11
Oh,
players. I think Lockall should be the void option.
Missed them out, yeah.
I can't even remember who the other teams are.
Carrick and Phil Cliftonville
Well, Joe Gormley's striker.
Yeah.
We'll use him.
and Joe Cooper's on the left.
Right.
confused then field. So
We need a
that
right-
leaves
Need a right winger and a Sam midfielder
Yeah.
from Carrick and
Heatley?
probably
Probably Heatley.
probably Heatley. And who's
Go-
the last team
I would
left?
go Reece Campbell midfield,
I'll go.
and then
Oh.
put Matthew Shevlin up front.
And
I
you're
know
worried
you're
you're
playing
going
two
to go
strikers in a
back.
way here, but you'd play two strikers. You'd play
Change
Larne
formation.
and
Get
Shevlin.
Beto here or change formation mid-game.
Joe Wormley plays a false 9 drop in.
No, you're getting to
Shevlin behind her.
That was actually harder than I thought it was going to be there.
Need a wee
So,
keeps
I
you
was-
something.
I know.
I
So
was struggling.
Ioli is in nets. Siri right back. Lewis McKinnon and Barnaby Cone centre halves. Left back Adam Glennie. Midfield of
Ben Kennedy.
Ben Kennedy,
Philip
Philip
Lowry.
Philip Lowry,
And Paul Heatley.
I thought he was
Ben
in the right
Kennedy,
wing.
Philip Lowry. Ben Kennedy can box to box.
Yeah.
And Philip Lowry can hold.
Yeah. And then you've got your 3 strikers.
Ben
of
Kennedy, Paul Heatley, Reece Campbell, and Joe Gormley.
Cooper.
Joel Cooper.
Joel Cooper
in or something.
Who have I missed out there?
Nobody. That's
Don't
what
know.
happened.
Nobody.
Well,
it's a,
Joel Cooper in for somebody anyway.
it's a tough decision for striker there.
Oh, there's a tough
There's a lot of good
decision.
there's a lot of good strikers. Like
I think Joe Gormley next it.
How do you think that team would do in the league? To be fair.
Come second, we'll come top.
Why not Glennie?
Without Adam Glennie, he's come on leaps and bounds. I think that loan spell Diana has done him really good.
yeah, definitely. He's probably one of the most consistent players we'll have.
Yeah.
7 out of 10 every week. Minimum.
Great points in the fantasy every week, Ross.
Yeah, he's.
Is he in your fantasy team? Is he?
Yeah, I know
he's-
it's sort of a close tie between me, Jimmy, and another fella, Peter, for the top 3 in the Swifts
Oh yeah.
league. So
Not over to April. I'm
It's
coming.
not over to.
If
Why
I
were
get
you?
any
You like bottom?
No,
Are
I'm 5th, I think.
Oh,
5th
yeah?
or 6th, yeah.
you?
100 points behind.
Probably only 6 or 7 on it, is it?
No, it's only 15 that we did.
15, is
in
it?
the Swiss one,
The Swiss one was like 30 odd. But in the
yeah.
RWE SO4 name was not that many.
Yeah.
Just based on that team and how you saying your Adam Kenny has consistently performed, have the Swifts taken you by surprise this season of
Yes.
how well they've done?
If you say no, then you're lying.
100%.
But
No
like,
point in that.
Yeah. This
are
year
you
lying.
still in the mentality of right? We still need to be safe.
It's
Yeah.
always, I think, got to be at the back of your mind
Yeah.
Yeah.
as a Swiss supporter from previous years. But I think this year you're finally looking at it going, we could be.
Yeah,
In-
I'd actually be
in the top
disappointed if we
6 here.
didn't get top
Mm.
6.
Yeah.
No, like you're sitting here in December and we've played over half the games and we're 3rd.
Uh-huh.
You know,
But
you can
we're
say what
third
you want.
with.
It's a very tight league.
Yes. Yes.
It only takes a couple of results to go
100%,
against
but
us,
if
and
we
then you
have
straight
a
back
record
down again.
cases, yeah.
If you had have said that, Tal, if we had sat down and said to you, right, this is what's going to happen, we're going to go to Edinburgh Park on Sunday, we're going to beat Larne 3-0, you know, you would tell us where to go, tell us to catch ourselves on, but it's just, you see them and they just keep progressing week in, week
Yeah.
out. And
But-
yes, there's been a couple of bumps in the road, but
There's
yeah,
always
we're
gonna be
recovered
bumps in
from
the
it.
road. It's just, I think Rodney's a big factor in that.
100%.
Big time.
Yeah.
Chris Haggerty said on your last podcast that he described this club like Roddy Macker, he's driving the train and everybody else is on it. And I thought that was a very good way to put it.
Whenever the whole Larne thing came out, the first time Tiernan Lynch was supposed to be going to Scotland, did you panic a little bit?
Slightly, but
Did you?
you always had to believe in your back of your mind that he's only back, he's not going to go.
Yeah, I thought that too. But then I was actually properly panicking whenever he was
Yeah.
like Tiernan Lynch did
I-
go to
Yeah.
Gary.
I don't. To be fair.
Well, whenever he went,
I'm
there was a
not
3-year deal signed, so the first
Yeah.
time there was a wee bit of panic, but then Rod signed the deal in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
weekend, and then a couple of weeks later, then Lynch did go to Derry City. But you thought, well, he signed a 3-year deal,
Yeah.
so he's happy.
I think there was initial panic when you see it, but seeing, I think when I thought about it, I was like, nah, I think we're alright here.
Yeah, that's the first thing. Is like, right, who's going to be the next Lord?
But it is.
Because it is quite appealing.
But it's also
The money and all
hard.
that crap.
100%.
If they phone him up and say, right, well, we're gonna offer you 1,500 a week and you've 200 grand to spend in January,
Right.
what are you meant to do, like?
This is like
You know
tycoon
what I mean?
takeover
You
football
know what I
manager
mean?
talk here.
Shocking, like.
FIFA career mode.
How do you deal with that there, like?
Charlie
Well, that's
was-
also true.
That's
That's right.
Don't let Charlie go.
No, that would be horrific.
Both in the bust.
Are you like, you've been around for a long time, ball boy? Like, is there never a game that you haven't been to? I remember you coming down from work in your sport uniform, giving off.
Sorry, he did go to Australia for a wee while. Missed a few games in the middle.
There is one thing I'd
To
like
be
to-
fair, if you give me the chance to go to Australia and miss a few games, no offense to anybody, I'd be gone.
Then he had to come home because he missed him too much.
Yeah.
So
Testament to him, Charlie.
he came back.
He went on a Northern Ireland away day. Now, I can't just mind, he'll tell us where he went.
Romania.
He went to Romania and he flew home and he flew to the international airport. We were going to Coleraine and we lifted him in Moneymore. He was still in his Northern Ireland attire with his rucksack, straight onto the bus in Moneymore, straight to Coleraine away. Like, commitment.
You deserve a medal for that.
Well done, Jamie.
Well done.
Especially taking the Korean now.
And there was
Also
another.
time to win the money more off places.
That's right.
Yeah.
4 tens of third.
That's right, yep.
Only 4.
And he was wee bit
Oh,
touchy.
oh,
Wee bit
oh,
Well,
touchy.
to be fair, Roy bought us an £80 carry in Korean that day.
I was a bit fragile.
But to be fair,
To say the least.
the same thing actually happened then a few weeks ago. You were at Dundee when we were going to.
We were in Larne on Sunday.
The Sunday, and him,
Big Pete
and Gregor were at Dundee on the Saturday.
Dundee United.
Aye,
Dundee
Dundee
United.
United.
Aye,
Dundee
can't get them mixed.
United.
Sorry, Gregor.
Sorry, maybe fuming. But yeah, lifted them at the International Airport roundabout.
The SO49 bus in the International Airport left 3
We were
lads.
doing
I remember-
detours.
That is commitment there. Like. Speaking of Premier League teams, you're doing right this season. Chelsea.
We're doing alright. We're doing alright.
We
We're
can't really talk. Like, I'm a United fan, and we'll not talk about them. Like, seeing the Spurs. Charlie.
Liverpool, so I can't really complain at the minute. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know we're playing at the minute. I don't know if
It
we're
was nil nil at half time.
nil half time. I know we're nil at half time, but
And you Liverpool too.
Liverpool as well now.
Is that family? Through
But
like,
see, to be honest though, I would rather watch the Irish League than Premier League.
so would I.
yeah,
And it doesn't matter.
Really?
Yeah.
What would you pick?
Oh, Spurs don't really care. I don't really care about Spurs.
Did you get a message from Rawson Saturday?
Oh, aye.
Did you?
Yeah.
I just
Abuse.
ignored
What
him.
did you say?
Yeah, so Jamie actually didn't open my message.
Oh really? Did he not?
Until that night and didn't even reply. So,
He left you on
I would have
red.
said things. I would have said things that didn't mean.
But it is tough. Like I'm a United fan, and it's brutal. It's so bad.
But there's just so much transition now with that. You boy.
No, there is. Yes, I have that excuse, but at the same time,
But, like, how long
Spurs
did this
don't have
transition
an
go on?
excuse.
No.
They just seem to Spurs it all the time.
Boston, no clue.
They're big. He's even censoring himself here.
You were 2-0 up. Like, I just don't know what. Like, you just can't throw it away. Like, you're 2-0 up. At
2-0 is
home.
the worst scoreline in football though.
Being as a worst in football.
Next.
This Christmas, I'm trading reindeer for horsepower. Find your next car on Used Cars NI and have a very Merry Christmas. Oh,
Goal determines it.
There was a big event in 2000 and, correct me if I'm wrong, 17? League Cup final? 2018?
17th of February.
17th of February. Right, okay. We've actually discussed, like, would that be your favourite game
It's coming up to the 7
of
years now.
the Swifts?
There's the photo of it up on the wall.
Yep.
I
And
think
come February, we'll talk a little bit more about it because it'll be the 7th anniversary. Yep, 7th
Yeah.
anniversary, so we'll do something special for that. Your favourite game? One that stands out. Ross.
I would say the semi-final that got us into that.
What a goal by Peter McMahon, by
Because
the way.
Peter McMahon, I think, scored in the last, is it 10
Uh-huh.
minutes? And to take
Harp
us
scored a
extra
penalty,
time.
I remember that.
Harp
Davy
scored a
Armstrong,
penalty.
Davy Armstrong win the
I
penalty?
think it was the whole buzz of
Yeah, sure, he was
Chris
crying.
Crystal. I think it was just the whole buzz of getting into the final.
I know.
I think that was probably one of my favourite matches.
Yeah. Remember Tuesday night on the
Or-
Wednesday?
Or 3-3 relegating Portadown. That was a good
That's well, that yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. Jimmy.
Probably, I don't know if it's a bit of recency bias, but Cliftonville away, 2022. We just 2 weeks after beating them
That's
last
double
up.
header.
Joe Moore scored in the 90th minute or something. There was about 11 Swiss fans in the away end, and that pretty much kept us up, to be fair.
Did he score to make it 1-1 and then scored again?
Nah, probably
Probably
didn't.
didn't.
Probably didn't
scored.
score.
And there was
Right,
actually
yes.
11, I think there was 11 or 12 Swiss
Yeah.
fans
I
in
think
the
we
away
went
You
to
could name 'em.
Johnny's 7-seater car.
Yeah.
Johnny Smith.
and that-
See, those are the days we were talking about where the SO49
But that's only 2 years
arrived.
ago.
I
You
know
what
that.
I mean, though?
Yes, I know
That's
that's
what's
what I
so
mean.
mad about
This
it.
is how recent that the SO49 is because I remember thinking, because I'm probably considerably older than you guys, I was thinking those are wee beep
Beep.
there. The DHM and DHM, yeah, all that crap.
That actually Connor Mullins
They're
scored
here
that.
just for literally causing trouble.
Yeah.
But now you've
Look, we're not
turned
sure this
into,
civilized adults.
I'm gonna say responsible lightly. adults.
Strong word to use.
Responsible.
Strong word to use.
Responsible till about 4:30.
Responsible
Yeah.
for half
Depending,
time.
well, the half time
Half-time.
depending on the result.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if it's an away day, there's just no point for being
No, 1 o'clock does you for
Yeah.
responsible.
Yeah.
Well, 11 if you're in here for opening.
Favorite game?
This is going to be.
You're going to say League Cup friendly
There's going to be.
game,
There's two that stick out. I'd say the Anna when we beat them in the playoff out here.
yeah.
I think that was a good night afterwards. Everybody ended
You're
up.
all about it. Doesn't matter the result. Just the night out
Oh,
after.
Oh,
the
but
night
what-
after,
but-
a couple of Swift players stayed in
Oh.
Jamie Tallis' house that night.
No, unnamed.
We can't no name,
And
no
then
name dropping.
there was. This is a real road going. During COVID, me and Jamie went to watch Swifts against Portdown. You'll maybe remember it. We could beat 4-2. We went 2-1 up. And it was me and you just surrounded. It's just me and you. We were in the West
Bought
End.
home man tickets.
Yeah, we bought
Oh,
home
did
end
you?
tickets, but we were sitting in the
How
West
would
End.
you like it snoop out?
Social distance. Well, I don't know how because we were roaring when we scored.
Oh,
When
really?
2-1 up.
There's a beep.
James Conway and I looked up the other day.
Grace Campbell, I think. I don't know. Look,
It could have been O'Sheen.
Don't know.
I don't know. And then Lee Bonus scored, and Adam Sally, and we could beat 4-2. But I don't know why it just sticks out because I think it had been that long since we've been on a Swift game.
Yeah,
As well.
that's also true. Like COVID was
Um,
really strange with it
yeah.
all going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the football going to be played again? I think that was a season that we actually finished bottom and probably should
Saved
have
us.
Saved
should have gone down. We were
Yeah.
awful,
12 points we finished.
awful. So
11, wasn't it? 11 or 12.
the only thing I'm thankful of COVID for would be that. To be honest
Oh
with you.
yeah. 100%.
I think we're reaping the benefits that season now with the young player. Like
Oh yeah,
Kevin
it give you that opportunity
Adam
just to
Blaney.
just play them.
Mm.
Get game
You
time.
can't get game
But
time.
at that moment in time, it was you were logging on to 24/7 TV at 3 o'clock, and you were
Off at
walking,
3:30.
walking the dog at 10 past 3.
Uh-huh.
Or 3-0 down.
Oh, shocking,
Every
shocking.
week, like,
Well, I think that was like a
Philosophies,
thing.
styles of play.
It was once one went in, you're almost
Oh, the floodgates
there's
open.
the floodgate. There's
Yeah,
there's
floodgates
five.
open.
There's 5 being conceded today again.
Don't get me wrong. I think it was the first game this season, Monday Night Larne.
Yeah,
Last
Was that
season,
last season?
4-4.
4-4.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
didn't go. I watched it on TV and 4-0 down. Right, I'm going to bed
4-1.
now.
4-1, 4-1, 4-1.
4-1 down. Right, I'm going to
What
bed
up?
down. I think it was like 80 minutes or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
79 minutes.
1-1
they scored to
half
make it
time.
4-1.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
right, that's me. I'm
Because
going
I
to bed
actually
now. And then I
mind-
checked and it was like, oh, 4-4.
What
That
happened?
was the
What
first,
happened?
That was probably the first like proper.
That was the
supporters
first.
club
Yeah, the
bus.
first
Yeah.
bus on a Monday night.
Yeah.
It
Because it was on
full-
Sky Football as
yeah.
well. And I was thinking, right, people are probably going to not want to travel to Larne on Monday night and
Yeah.
watch some TV, but there was a very, very good crowd there.
It was. The full 57 was filled. People were standing.
Yeah.
And probably helped though because on Monday night, none of the lads who would come from the likes of New Mills and stuff weren't playing football,
Yes.
which also helps a
That's
bit of
another thing we're
crowd.
going to talk about too.
With there's a few lads in the supporters club that play for New Mills and
Yeah.
they'd be like almost rushing to get away from their game at
Yeah.
maybe
just
try
trying to
half
get
two
in.
to get in. They usually get in after half time depending where they're at.
Just because they don't have to
Um,
pay enough for half time. That's probably really
Probably
true.
But yeah, it was. They didn't even open the West Stand for us. They set us in the corner
Yeah.
of the home stand, so it was at a
I
record
remember
instead.
some cracking pictures, like cracking
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah.
Before we to tear away from that favourite game,
I would say the Larne game this year on Sunday.
3-0.
Yeah.
Here, did you see that thing on Instagram and Facebook? That's what was your moment of the season so
Aye,
far,
we
and they
didn't get a
didn't
mention.
even get a mention for that. I swiftly commented underneath. This is not a dig at Niflheim, but I'm just thinking, right, that's quite a extravagant result for a club of our size.
100%.
It's beating
So we're
them.
third in the league there, about 9th.
Expected.
Stats don't lie.
Expected.
Stats don't lie.
But I
Stats
think
don't lie.
the fact we brought 2 buses
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they were all two buses.
On a Sunday.
on a
As
Sunday,
well.
and you know, Sunday football, you're either for it or you're against it. You know, it doesn't make odds to
I'm
me.
for it.
I'm
I'm
happy
probably for it, like, I
but
just wanna
at the
watch
same
them
But I
time,
can understand who isn't.
No,
Like I
if
am.
you're on the
and
road,
both,
that's
yeah.
not all.
It's
People
exactly
say
the same.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
In the build up that match, we sly comments here.
Mhm.
Just about fill the buses Sunday. Nobody's gonna go on a Sunday.
But here, Larne didn't feel the weak team.
No,
No,
100%.
no,
Full strength.
definitely not. No.
Like 2 buses leaving here on a Sunday to go to Larne and to go back up the road and win 3-0.
The whole thing was buzzing.
When you say win 3-0,
Battered them,
like, we did
Played them
dominate
off
them.
the park.
Yep, correct.
European hangover now. Like you still go to Edinburgh Park to the home of the champions and win 3-0.
It doesn't matter where European hangover. They've got a squad of 35 players.
Mhm.
They're able to rotate.
I agree. I agree.
And their squad's worth 25 times what our squad's worth.
Mhm.
So
What Rodney was saying, we're like the second
It's-
lowest budget of the league, probably
yeah,
ahead of Lockall. just
yeah,
like
just like the one we watching
even
like
that, that's the size of the community. You were talking about something I can't remember. We're going to come back to that. New builds, amateur football, right? Do you think if amateur football was played earlier, you have played for New builds, still do?
That's one of the reasons why I don't play anymore.
Right. Okay. Do you think that it should be played earlier,
100%.
or if we can sort out the whole Sunday thing, do it on Sunday?
No, I wouldn't go amateur league on a Sunday. I don't see any reason why amateur league couldn't start at 11 o'clock on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because for me,
It would save a lot of hassle if they start at 3 o'clock. They're not worrying for lights around this time of the year as well.
100%, 100%. But you know, your Mills games start at 2:15. You know, so that's
Yeah.
if you're on a away day, you can't go.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's home, you can remember the second half. But you just love going to watch the whole. See, going on the bus and stuff like the crap
Yeah.
we have is mighty.
That's you want to take in the whole experience.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why I think you guys like away days so much, because you kind of get loose a little bit.
Something like that.
Probably. Right, who's the worst out of everybody?
Oh, there's
Don't point any fingers.
No name
No
drops.
name.
No, I'm talking about you guys. Who's the
Out
worst
of
out of
us?
your lot? Yeah.
It depends. I'd say between me and Jamie, like I would
Really?
yeah.
But when Charlie starts,
But yeah, when Charlie starts, but
But then see when yous are all well on, who's the rowdiest?
probably me.
Yeah.
probably.
If we were all,
You're sitting in the corner there defending yourself.
if we,
Not defending yourself, you're not really saying anything.
sticking up for
You always have to watch the
No,
bad ones. Like.
Ross is.
he's sensible.
Ross
He's
is-
sensible.
stay sensible.
Oh, really? You're like the daddy. of the group,
That's exactly what he's like. And even supporters club, like you know, me and Jamie are quite short fused.
Uh-huh.
So whenever we're discussing things about the supporters club, if we don't agree, you know,
Stop
I'll
Ross.
see what Ross is thinking. You know, and if Ross says no, oh, sorry,
Well,
no.
that's-
But if
you
Ross
have
says
to- you have
if
to
Ross
final
says
say,
yes,
I
we'll
think.
go with that. You know, we sort of argue it out, and then Ross sort of reads it all.
I feel
takes
as
it all
if
in.
that he gives him time to like process it all,
Yeah.
as you say.
Yeah,
and
You
just,
need to take a step back of some things and weigh up.
yeah.
You know,
The
the
pros and
100%,
cons.
it does get out
This
of
is
hand.
just
There's
everything,
that
yeah.
much stuff goes on, and we're trying just to keep driving the whole thing all the time, and we just want
Uh-huh.
to keep succeeding.
Yeah, but here, when you're talking about driving the whole that crack, the events you've planned and ran have been excellent.
That's-
I was at.
Stand down to Jamie between the darts night and the
Yes,
table quiz.
I was actually going to mention the table quiz was the first one I think we did.
Christmas
And-
dinner.
Christmas
well,
dinner was our
it-
sort of
well, that's not
first
really.
event.
That's not. That's
Well, that's just a, like
Yeah.
a
It's
thank
more
you
sentimental,
getting
yeah,
together
yeah.
for.
But the
Extra
first
Supporters
actual
Club
thing to
was
engage
the
people.
table quiz.
Yeah.
How many were you thinking you were getting?
well,
Oh.
a famous person once said we were lucky if we got 8 teams, but I think we couldn't have fitted another table in that.
We had
hall.
23 teams. I was standing at 6:45 in the hall. The hall was full, and I had 50 people looking at me saying, "Where am I sitting?"
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "I don't know."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the players all come in from upstairs with their
10
own chairs and their own tables.
Cable leg carrying
And
through
they
the
just
back door.
plopped down the middle, and that then freed up a wee bit of room. But 23 teams we had that night.
Like that,
Crazy.
and like that money that's raised is for the likes of the events that will be happening and have happened before, the organisation of buses. Like you're putting that money back into.
It's all kind of ploughed back into as you see, bus is only £7. There's no away bus in the league.
No,
that's
no.
cheaper than that.
But that's
the same that we do.
thank you
That's
to
a perk.
yeah,
we
a
call
perk,
it,
yeah,
yeah.
but it's also
Yeah.
a thank you to them supporting you. Right, we'll give back to you for you helping us.
100%.
You also played a big factor in the re-signing of Andrew Mitchell. I think, didn't you?
Yeah.
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 How did that come about with the conversation with Keith?
It was-
Or who was it, Rodney? Keith?
No, it's
No, it was.
Game Keith and Sailor. You know, it's at the end of the day, supporters club's here to help the club.
Yes, of course, yes.
You know, yes, we're here to invest in our people, our supporters. But whenever the club come knocking and saying we need a wee bit of help here, we bit of help there, if
Mhm.
we can help them, we're more than happy
Yeah.
to do it. You know, and that's
Well, the same
that
thing, you're
be-
bringing people into the ground to help anyway.
Yeah, and whether that be players in the change room, whether that be something in the
Yeah.
ground that we can do, something in the bar. You know, if as was said, I was actually speaking to Sailor there this afternoon. Any way that we can help, we're happy
Yeah.
to do it. You know, come and speak to us, and they know that.
Yeah, but like I, as devil's advocate, within reason, like you're not.
100%.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
not-
Like you still need to cover what you need to cover.
But the good thing is, it sort of works, and
Yeah.
I think that's maybe me being related to Keith to a certain extent. You know, he'll know he'll come and he'll get, but
Yeah.
at the same time, he'll also get a told no back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works both ways. Another night was the darts night with Big Stephen Bunting.
Big Steve.
I thought that was a great
Call
success. I was so impressed with you doing the numbers after having a couple of pints.
A couple.
Couple. I can.
Charlie-
I'm
Charlie-
trying to
I
be,
can
I'm
barely
trying to
see
be
it,
nice
though.
to him.
I
I'm trying to be nice to him. I was looking as if to say, how are you doing that so quick?
But
I watch it on the TV.
coming to the
I can't
end.
even do it.
See, whenever you take a step back and you look at it, Stephen Bunting.
He was brilliant.
16th in the world.
No, he's 8th now. He's 8th.
Well, he was 16th at the time.
Yeah.
He's in there.
I know, but sure,
You
he
know
was
what I mean?
having the like a lot of people who do that type of stuff are there from 7 to 10. That's their time slot. They're there from 7 to 10 away. See you later. But he stayed on. And
Couldn't get him out.
We couldn't get
to
him
be
out.
fair, the amount of Guinness he was getting literally brought to him and not to rise. He was up on like.
manager at the end up forced him out through the door.
Really?
Basically, yeah.
But even a night like that, you were quite limited in how many people you could get in the hall that night.
Yeah, we had to. It took a wee bit of work to sort of
Yeah.
measure out with tables and chairs because you don't want to overcrowd it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you want as many as you
But-
can get.
Like even nights like that where like Stephen Bunting to me isn't up there with the likes of like Littler and Michael Van Gerwen and
Oh,
stuff.
sure.
But the way it was promoted, the way it was like for you guys and all that, like the amount of people that went in probably don't remember half the night anyway. It was very impressive.
A lot of like the expedition nights kind of are just like people turn up and throw darts.
Yeah.
We try to put on like a
A show.
proper darts where every
You were the
person playing had to
DJ
walk
in the
on.
corner there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like every player had to walk on. And,
Do it properly.
everyone
Why
had
did you
to
pick that
like-
walk-on song when you're talking about that?
Why?
Yeah.
Good tune.
What did you
Good
pick?
tune, yeah.
Human
Human
by
by
the
the
Killers.
Killers.
Because whenever he obviously done all the sorting and he's sorted
Yes.
the 16 players. So whenever I send him the tune, he just goes, "Wow, great tune."
Yeah. You just strike me as like the man who gets done in this water.
But see, to be fair,
You're the
though,
one
we
that
all are.
organises it all.
You
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
whenever
yeah.
we put our minds to it, things happen.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a wee bit of time to get it all planned out and get all the details out
Mhm.
right. But once we get it, it goes.
Another thing you had recently was your Christmas dinner. You were very artsy on the wall, I see.
Last week.
Yes.
And
Two
so
point
for
oh.
the
That
day,
was
yes.
me and Jamie special.
Even though it looked like 5,049, but
I
sure
see.
we'll not talk about it.
we tried to do it. We had done it on the Thursday night as a normal S,
Uh-huh.
but it was too hard
To make
try
it
and get
carve it
round,
round,
and
yeah, okay.
we figured out right if we do it like a block shape,
Yes.
it's gonna be easier. Yes, there was a few comments about how it looked,
But here, doesn't matter how it looks. It's the fact it's on the board. Talking the Christmas party night or Christmas dinner night. Jamie Talbot has a singing voice.
He does.
Really good one.
Really good one, is it?
No.
What was he singing?
Don't ask me.
You're on the stage all
Whatever.
night.
I can't mind anymore. That's.
Well, there was a girl playing
That's
guitar
very
who apparently was very, very good. But,
Janine, very.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
but there's a few people here who thought they could give her a run for her money in singing to her.
other than Jamie,
Not me, like,
There was
Other
a
than
few-
Jamie?
there was a few.
who?
We had a rendition of Blanket on the Ground by
Kyle West
Like,
will be
that's
a
so
big
friend.
singer.
Here,
Kyle
that
loves
was
it. He loves
the
it.
song that he walked out
Yes,
to, was
yes,
it
he
not?
loves it.
Yeah.
and
He loves
He sang it that night.
Brilliant.
too.
Uh-huh, he
I'll
did,
give him
yeah.
It was
Yes.
an opportunity to get that
Yes.
song out. Yeah.
Okay, like you can't go wrong with Kyle providing a bit of entertainment.
Nah.
like.
Yeah,
He
that's-
always has the entertainment. with
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
so.
And then like, did you hand out awards or like just a good
It was
night?
just a good,
Just-
just,
yeah.
Just a
sort
good
of
night.
bring everybody in, all the members, supporters. You know, at the end of the day, we couldn't do what we do without
Without
the
them.
supporters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, yes, they show up, but they show up on our bus. If we didn't on the bus, they would show up.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
So we appreciate them, they appreciate us. We're just happy.
Another thing you're doing is the Christmas draw, which the prizes are. First
Sign-
prize.
Well,
Well, they're not
it's
really-
not really first prize.
Oh, is it not?
No,
So
they're
right.
just-
Okay, so it's
they're
just
just-
the
So
main.
who was drawn out first?
Right, the main prize
The
would
main
be
prize
Joey.
is
Joey.
Joey,
Yeah,
obviously.
so that's kindly
By Ramsey
For
Field.
Ramsey.
donated, sponsored. Ramsey Fields are sorting that. You've sorted for what I would like. To be fair, you have sorted it.
Connor Bradley.
Connor Bradley signed top.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He
Signed on for him?
he actually signed it.
For him?
He definitely signed
Yeah.
it.
What are the other ones?
£300 cash.
Yeah.
£200 Cuba voucher.
Okay.
Thanks to Stevie.
A
Yes.
laptop sponsored by
Brand new laptop.
the SGA.
SDA Academy.
Academy.
Yes. Okay.
So-
Anything else we missed out?
No,
Just
yeah,
five.
I think that's it. That's
Three
top
or five.
5, yeah.
And we can buy tickets through
Content
any of you guys.
Anybody
Anybody
around the
in the
club,
club,
really,
the
sort of
committee,
the charitable trust,
anybody.
doing committees doing. There's tickets behind the bar.
There's also calendars when you're talking about the charitable trust. There's articles,
Yes.
calendars on sale for a Christmas present. I think Jamie's probably ordered about 3 for his bedroom alone.
No.
You ordered one.
Oh, I haven't bet for
This
it
is
yet.
a-
Oh, no,
I ordered one.
I was
and
trying
brought
to
it
make
out to Christmas dinner, and he goes, "Oh, pay for mine." I'm still yet to
Yeah.
receive.
See, no worry.
Yeah.
Must be a bad month. Like,
I'm
He'll
I'm still
he'll
waiting.
get back to you. Like, he'll
He
get back to you.
texted me on like the
Here,
Yeah.
it'd be worse
No,
if you didn't do it
for
for me. To be
Crusaders.
fair.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like you'll not see anybody.
It's the same every Saturday, so when you go online to bed, like, Jamie standing over your shoulder going,
Yeah.
pay me one, I'll send you one. But comes Sunday night, you're like, here Jamie, you still haven't paid me
But
whatever money for that ticket.
would you do without him?
Oh no.
Yeah, so,
I've
yeah.
never seen him stuck.
You never
That's
see. You
it.
never see
They
anybody.
get him into
stuck.
the game.
And that's the
We
same
get
right
him.
across the board too. You know, not just us,
Yes.
the whole sort of supporters club.
Yeah.
You're there to look out for each other and make it as
But
enjoyable.
that's what like everyone described this club as a family club, and it very much is a family club.
100%.
Like you're all behind each other, you're all supporting each other, and all the rest. And like I think it's incredible, but especially with obviously Christmas is supposed to be a happy time and all that crack, and it's for me personally, it's not going to be great. And I know other people are in the same boat, but having you guys about around each other and the extra supporters is brilliant. Like you're there to hold each other up, like. And I am sorry, and I do feel for ones who are like grieving loved ones this Christmas and who aren't, and people are away and all the rest. And just if you are struggling, just please reach out and speak to somebody, because there is somebody there who will talk to you. And if you're in the supporters club, if you're not in the supporters club,
Yeah,
These guys will
100%. That's
definitely
what
support
we're
you,
saying
like.
too.
That's what we're there.
Um,
We're there to.
but the Boxing Day draw, well, the Christmas draw is happening on Boxing Day. You can buy tickets through seeing any of these guys. There's tickets behind the bar. Send a message to Facebook. They will take things via PayPal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grand friends and family, because
Not getting
why is
charged.
that
Not getting charged.
No
only
false
joking.
allegations.
I'm only joking.
No comment, Your Honour.
So yeah, like there's great prizes there. So you'd be actually a fool to not partake in that.
£10 ticket, by the way.
£10 ticket, and all the money goes towards the supporters club for
Well, go to supporters club and then it'll be reinvested
To
again.
get
back
more
in.
events
Perfect.
and to
Yeah.
everything going forward.
I
Great.
just think there's a link up there with the charitable trust,
Yeah.
so it kind of will be they'll benefit from
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it'll
You know,
just be
It
this-
was
not
put
just
to
us.
us. The charitable trust usually done the Christmas draw, but it was put
Yeah.
to us. You guys have a bit of a pull here, not
Yeah.
just within the club, but outside the club as well.
But the likes of like, you've got quite big members in the supporters club. David Ramsey being one of them, who's done that. He does a lot around here.
with a lot of generous people.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like we're obviously not the biggest fan
No.
base in the league, but that's one thing. There certainly with a lot of people who's willing to
Yeah.
help in.
But you guys are putting up your free time to do this
Yeah.
stuff.
100%. But you know, we're putting up our free time, but they're putting up essentially their money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we appreciate it from them, and we'll give it as hard and as much effort as we can to make it work.
But at the same time, I would say it doesn't feel like I'm giving up my free time.
No.
Because I'm
It's
doing it
like
for the
me
Swifts.
working, like being in the food dock doesn't feel like a job because I enjoy it that much. Like it's actually just going and having thanks. It's like just going and
Class.
enjoying yourself. Like you're coming in here to get away from the crap that goes on in the outside world.
100%.
Like
Yeah.
But
I-
we're here anyway. You know. kind of-
you would have been
Yeah.
here anyway. Like
Yeah.
you only live over the road.
Yeah.
You watch from the garden.
No.
Yeah, not that bad, is
I
it?
can only see one goal from the garden, so
Oh, right,
Second
okay.
half.
you know.
Watch the second. Watch the second half depending on who's attacking what end. Like. But yeah, there's so many things these guys do, and I don't like. I think you're not appreciated enough, but at the same time, I do think you are. Like, I don't think you get enough thanks for what you do.
But we're not in it for thanks.
No, you're not in. You're not
you know
in
what I
for
mean?
thanks, but it's also nice to be
Thanked.
thanked.
I know what you mean.
Like,
yeah.
if you're thanked for what you do, you're gonna be like, oh, I was
doing it.
noticed doing that.
Like,
I'm gonna put a wee bit more
The
effort.
wee
in.
thing that stands with me, and I'll not name any names, but the table quiz last year,
Uh-huh.
I had a certain person come up to me. Now, over the years, me and this person would not have seen eye to
Yeah.
eye. Would nearly go as
Here.
far to say we didn't like each other. And he came up to me and called me out there. I was in the toilet, and he turned around and he says, "Dylan, fair play to you." And he shook my hand. He goes,
Yeah.
"You're doing an excellent job."
Yeah.
And that still sort of sits by me
But
to this day.
I think personal rivalries aside, I think sport brings everybody together.
100%.
Like I'm sitting in between a Liverpool fan, Tottenham fan, and a Chelsea fan, Liverpool fan on the other end. Like I don't know how that feels.
Yeah.
We're all Swiss
We're all
fans. That
Swiss
brings us
fans.
all together.
But like if you were to pick, right, what's your order?
What's smarter? So if I had to pick one to
Right, you've got.
If you have to pick one to support one for the rest of your life,
Just Swifts.
Well,
it's,
obviously
it's, it's the Swifts.
But are you just saying
All
that because you're here?
No,
No, it might
No.
not be the
We've had
Swifts.
this conversation many a time, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Really?
when Chelsea won the Champions League the last time, like, if you had to pick between Chelsea winning the Champions League or the Swifts getting staying up, it'd been the Swifts staying up,
Really?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, all day. All
Have,
Serious?
have
All
that
day.
bit of like security. like, will it means you can actually relax watching the games.
Because you're a lot more
True.
invested.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think you're a lot more close to
Yeah.
this here. And this is before we even started the SO49.
Yeah.
Like, because I was going to say that, would you rather Liverpool win the Premier League or the Swifts
Finish top 6.
finish not top
I'd rather
6,
the
avoid
I'd
relegation?
rather the
or even
Swifts
avoid
win away at
relegation.
Linfield, Larne and Glentoran than Liverpool in the league.
Yeah.
Jeez, that'll be some season.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be?
We've
That'd be
already
class.
done one. We've already done one.
And then now that Linfield game is now rescheduled for the 17th, which is Tuesday night. Like this at home.
Next week.
Next
yeah,
week,
yeah,
this
yeah,
day
yeah.
next week. Well, time of recording this day next week. You've also got your supporters Christmas Day out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ballymena, I think. Well, the bus said it's due back at 7 o'clock.
Result depending.
Result dependent.
Yeah.
Right, you need
Yeah.
to put like an asterisk and then
Yeah.
terms and conditions
Yeah.
apply under that
He
post.
signed the contract.
Is it a surprise? Mystery tour?
No.
Did you know where they're
No.
going?
I don't think we know where
I
we're
don't
going.
know.
Yeah.
Who's
yeah.
organised it? You?
Well,
We just know a bus is coming.
Okay.
we're
Uh,
leaving here at half. We're leaving here at 11:30 on
I
Saturday.
fear for that bus driver.
wherever the driver looking to
We'll
bring
be-
us.
we'll be right
Probably
after the
be
hour.
Oh, right, okay.
We could drive on.
I also still fear from it.
No. Like,
It'll be leave here at 11:30, and we'll be in Ballymena for the match.
hopefully.
And then
For
after,
free.
No, don't be so pessimistic.
after that, then we'll
Don't
see.
be so pessimistic.
But again, it's a day out. You know, it gives your supporters that wee
Yeah.
bit of crack. And
It's a giving
Brings
back
everybody
to them.
together.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all that we can kind of talk about, really. Anybody else got anything they want to go with? Anyway,
No.
sure. No. Thank you guys for coming on. Please don't forget to, like, there's so many people who watch this who aren't subscribed to the YouTube. So please, it'll help the club massively. So please like and subscribe to our videos. Thanks to Used Cars NI for sponsoring the podcast and Stephen for sorting us out with another microphone. Without that, we probably wouldn't be able to do this many people. So thank you very much, Stephen. And I just want to wish everybody a happy Christmas from all of us as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to join the SO49, get in touch.
Yes, please do. And we'll see you on Larne Monday night, 23rd.
Yeah.
And Boxing Day. Christmas Day. Christmas Jumper Day and Boxing Day I'm going for, I think.
There's also Linfield coming before that too. That's Tuesday. Tuesday week.
Yeah, sure, we'll talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know when this is going up, but yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching and please like and subscribe. Thank you.
We'll be
Oh,
back.
The fucking Swifts.
That's definitely a beat.
And we'll be back in May though, when we talk about winning the Irish Cup.
Yeah.
Good work, boys.
See you later.